Good morning and welcome to WBAL-TV 11 News Sunday morning, and happy Hanukkah to everyone who is celebrating today as the 8-day Jewish holiday begins at sundown. We are going to get to all of our top stories and more in just a moment, but really the big story this morning, if you haven't looked outside yet, we had heavy snow overnight. We're going to get an update now from Dalencia, Jenkins. Hey.
Hey Jen, it is a winter wonderland. It is like a snow globe out there. It's just beautiful. Make sure you be careful on those back roads that still may be untreated, not plowed yet, but other than that, looking outside, lots of the roads, the main roads, seem to be okay. There's still some snow showers that are moving through parts of the Baltimore Metro, but for the majority, we are looking at clearing skies and conditions drying out around the region. Now, this is just an unofficial look at where some of the heavier or higher snow totals fell over the last 24 hours. You can see lots of it was here over the Baltimore Metro, and farther to the south, that's where we saw the lower totals. Looking at our temperatures, they are still below freezing, and they're really going to stick around below that below freezing mark because we're actually going to get cooler into the daytime hours. Looking at 30 right now at BWI Marshall, 28 in Woodstock, 27 in Frederick. Eventually by around 3-5 p.m. when we're usually around our warmest time of the day, we're actually going to be in the mid to low 20s, and then we get even cooler into the morning hours tomorrow, so make sure you bundle up. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes.
12 and stay with us. Still ahead this morning, Gary Gebler with Tracks on Wax is joining us live with some unique gift ideas this holiday season. And Dalencia, we're going to want to spin some tunes on a day like today.
Oh yes, inside, nice vibe, hopefully by a fireplace. Oh, that would be cool. Look, it is a snowy day. It is going to be very cold, so if you want to stay inside, that might be a good idea. We'll talk more about the cold weather ahead in a few minutes. It's a snowy day. We're taking a look where it looks like it's downtown. We're driving through. Look like the roads are all good here on Live Drive 11. So it's nice to see that now as many folks are starting to wake up, maybe get to those Sunday services and Sunday brunches and activities. It seems the roads are cooperating. Now, there are some areas that got more totals or higher totals of snow, so just be mindful that those back roads may still be untreated, and so you do want to take your time. And I've been saying all morning, sometimes looks can be deceiving, so just because the roadways look nice doesn't mean that you could just, you know, pedal to the metal. Still slow down, and remember those overpasses and bridges, they tend to freeze first and before the pavement, so just be careful over the next few days, because this cold air is going to be sticking around. We're not warming up above freezing today, and actually our temperatures are getting cooler as we move throughout the day. Just a live look over the Inner Harbor. It's beautiful. You see the rooftops covered in snow. There's a few lingering snow showers in the parts of the Baltimore Metro, but for the most part, it looks like much of us, we are drying out with that snow, and now it's on the eastern shore. Our temperatures, like I said, not going to be getting out of freezing, and we're actually cooling down throughout the day. We're at 30 at BWI Marshall, 28 in Woodstock, 27 in Frederick. Arctic air is going to be in our region. The jet stream is just going to pull that Arctic air into our region, and so that's going to be sticking around for today and into tomorrow, and that's our wind is really going to pick up, and that's going to help it to feel even colder. So we were in the 30s earlier this morning. Now we're in the upper 20s, falling into the low 20s for this evening. If you have any dinner time plans, keep that in mind. That is actually going to feel like the single digits. It's going to be a very, very cold day in store. Now tomorrow we're going to keep that impact icon on because of the morning low. Look at that, 17 as kids are heading to the bus stop. Dress in layers, have the gloves, the coat, the scarves. Don't lose them throughout the day because we're only going to warm up into the upper 20s by the end of the day when you're all done with school. We do have a warm up though. By the end of the week, we'll be in the upper 40s, which is seasonal for this time of year.
Yeah, folks are shoveling this morning in some parts.
Yeah, quite a bit of snowfall fell over the region. Some people picking up on 3 inches, an estimate of 4 inches. So it is a winter wonderland. We'll talk about the cold weather that's behind it in a few minutes.
WBAL-TV 11 News Sunday morning starts right now.
Boy, I tell you what, if you look at Live Drive 11 in the city, you wouldn't know that so much snow fell in other parts of our area. But, you know, we got upwards of 5 inches out in Carroll County.
Yeah. A lot of the buildings probably stopped, you know, the snow from blowing and collecting in certain areas. But really, like you said, Westminster, Carroll County, Frederick County, even Baltimore County got in on a good amount of snow. So it's a winter wonderland. The cold is going to allow for the snow to stick around. So if you are just trying to sleep in and you don't want to look out the window just yet, you got time for that. The snow will stick around for a minute. We're looking at some lingering snow showers in the Baltimore metro. Most of it's moving on to the eastern shore right now. And again, most of that snowfall fell in our region. So we're just going to continue to see the cold air. Actually, the coldest part of the day is yet to come. We're actually going to keep on falling with our temperatures. 30 right now is the temperature at BWI Marshall, 26 in Woodstock, 27 in Frederick. And by this afternoon, when we're typically at our warmest part of the day, we're actually going to be in the mid to low 20s. I'll tell you more about what we can expect today in your full forecast. Well, it is an alert weather day. We had quite a bit of snow showers earlier. Now that is tapering off and now we're starting to see some sunshine, but the impactful weather still continues as the temperatures will continue to fall throughout the day. So that's something you want to be prepared for. And note that any slick spots that may have been untreated by the salts in the treatment on the roadways, that's just going to stay frozen or refreeze once the sun goes down. But we're taking a live look over Baltimore, some of the rooftops, seeing some of that snowfall overhead. It's just a beautiful, beautiful morning now that the snowfall is out of here and you're just waking up to quite a couple of inches of snow around the region, especially farther towards Carroll County, western Baltimore County and around the region. The city is just not seeing as much snow, but really we had a good coating of snow this morning. 30 is the temperature right now at BWI Marshall, 26 in Woodstock, 27 in Frederick, 30 in downtown Baltimore. Notice how the jet stream is going to dip farther to the south. That's going to bring in that Arctic air into our region, and that's going to stick around not only into this afternoon, but tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon as well. It's just going to be very cold, so make sure you have the thicker coats and jackets and layers ready for the next few days. Here's a look at these temperatures. Like I said, they're going to be falling throughout the day. So we were in the 30s earlier this morning. Now we're in the 20-degree range, and then we're going to continue to fall. And then eventually we'll be in the low 20s to teens by this evening. And those feels like temperatures as early as 4 p.m. will feel like the single digits. So cold weather's in store. That snow that fell, that's pretty much going to stick around over the next few days. We're looking at 29 for the afternoon high on Monday. That snow is on out of here. That's actually AM snow that we're looking at. And then we'll have a bit of a warm up, more seasonal towards the end of the week.
Can move it off and put it onto a cooling rack.
Also, that way it doesn't like pull apart too.
Exactly.
When you're moving it. What about underbaking? I'm a big fan of underbaking just lately.
Yeah, that's definitely good because it bakes out of the oven a little bit too. So
yeah, because then you want it chewy. You don't want it dry, right?
Yeah.
And then I think that cookies can last a really long time, especially when you can microwave them too, when they start to get just a little bit stale.
Yep. And then you can put them in the freezer too. They'll last a little bit longer, and then you can take it out, put it in the microwave, and you have a nice cookie.
Your favorite way to store a cookie after you've baked them?
I like to put it in either like a Ziploc bag or a Tupperware so that it's away from the air and it can last a little bit longer.
Okay, these are all great tips. If someone wants to find you, where do they find you? How do they find you?
So you can find us online at ninascookieexplosion.com. If you follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Nina's Cookie Explosion, we show where we're going to be every week because we do farmers markets and pop-up shops as well.
Okay, sounds great. Thanks for being here. And then folks need to watch out for the wind chill later on today.
Yeah, that wind chill's value will be in the single digits. That's the main weather story. Be careful on the roads. It's going to be slick.
All right, sounds good. That's all the time we have for now. Thanks so much for joining us. NBC's Meet the Press is next. Have a great day and go Ravens!